Hello and welcome to my video. Today I will be giving y'all a review and basically a tutorial on how to use an Agfamatic Pocket 2008. Now these were made around the 70s, and Agfa was actually the first brand to ever make a third-party camera for 110 film, which was created by Kodak. Now I've got some old film here, but this camera which I bought already has some old film in it. So I will be using that to demonstrate on how to load and use it. Now, all in all, this is a very simple camera to use. In the bottom here, you've got a sort of release button, so it will pop out. It's got a strap mount here, but I think you can also use it on a tripod if you want to. Now in the front, you've got your lens and viewfinder. Now do keep in mind that when you use the viewfinder, you won't be exactly seeing how the picture will turn out. Now, the lens I think is around 28 millimeters and f9, and it's fixed at f9, so you can't change it. However, you can change the shutter to some degree. Now when the cloud is showing, it is on 1/50th of a second, and then if you switch it over to the sun, it's 1/100th of a second. So that's your options on exposure. Now you've got your shutter button here, which is, well, pretty simple to use because it's just a button. And then you've got your flash mount on top here. Now, one of the bad things about this camera is that it only takes flip flashes, which I don't think they're being made anymore. So if you want to use a flash with this camera, you're going to have to go on to eBay or something similar to try and find one. Now if you're going to, well, sort of reload the camera, just push it together and drag it out again. And when it comes to seeing how many pictures you've taken, you actually look at the film through this window. As you can see, it says 17. When I first got it, it said 8. Now I don't know what's on these pictures, so I will just be using this film to demonstrate. And now if you just want to collapse it back together, you push it in again, it won't advance under the time if you've already done it, and then you snap it back over. Now this is a very compact camera, and you can fit it in virtually any pocket, and it is very well built for its size. Now this is like hard plastic, and this is actually metal. And the viewfinder, I believe, is glass. And it's got a fair amount of weight, I would say around 100 grams or slightly less, somewhere around there. Now, when it comes to loading this camera, it could not get any simpler, because 110 film was actually designed to be very easy to use. Now, the way you load it is basically just pop in the film cartridge, close the back, and advance till you see a number 1 on the back. Now it's the same as 126 film, which was made before, which is basically the same size as 35 millimeter film. But 110 film is a lot smaller, and it's the size of 16 millimeter motion picture film. Now, of course, it isn't actually like 16 millimeter motion picture film. It's got slightly different sort of sprockets. But you can reload these cartridges if you want to, if you're careful. Now, film is still being made for these cameras. It's made by Lomography, and it is pretty easy to find. Alright, time for me to demonstrate on how to load the camera. Now, the film I am using is 40 years old, and I tried to search up on the internet to see if I could find out any information about this brand, and I found nothing. So, that's weird. I actually found this film at a thrift shop for about $1. And as I said before, it is 40 years old. Alright, so normally when you would be taking this out, if you had shot the entire roll, it would sort of show like a bunch of crosses or just a black sort of space or white something in the back that says how many pictures you've taken. Now, you take your new film, pop it in, close the back, open it. Now, you will advance until the arrows are gone and it says 1. There are still arrows. There we go. Now it says 1. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 1 for me. And after that, you're ready to go. And when you've shot your entire roll, we'll just get it developed. So all in all, it's a very simple camera to use, and these were very famous back in the day. And this I know because both of my grandmas actually had one of these, and they said that they were pretty good cameras. So I guess that's it, and I hope you enjoyed the video.